Welcome to Koala Gardens. I'm Katrina, and this video is brought to you by my alpha producers Jeff Anderson, Rich in Alaska, and Lynn. And today we are going to have a little look back over Jasper's first year of life, because I can't believe he's already past a year old and in his second year. If you'd like to support the work that I'm doing here, have a look at the links in the description below and check out the ever-growing Patreon family options. There's in the loop adoptions if you prefer to receive information by email, and there's all kinds of ways that you can support what I'm doing. And I want to acknowledge the Widjabul people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I'm so proud to live, work and play. Now, let's get in and have a look at when Jasper first started. Look at that, May 2024, and that little foot sticking out of the pouch while Onyx is eating. And there you go, look at that head just sticking out above her leg. And this happened in late May last year, 2024. I'm recording this in late May 2025, and this has already been happening with Onyx's new Joey for the last few weeks. Now watch this. You can clearly see that Jasper is actually inside her pouch with just one arm and his head hanging out, sleeping away while Mum eats. So he's got no interest yet in eating. It looks like Mum has been papping, so he is about 6 months old at this point. Now just watch this. Onyx decides that she needs to move a little bit, and Jasper just has to go with the flow. There's really nothing quite watching koalas with their young and really understanding about pouches with joeys in their drinking milk. Now, the best way that you can support me here, because all of my video will always be free on YouTube, is make sure you smash that like button. YouTube loves for people to have hit like. Leave a comment below, because that also tells YouTube that you're invested in the video, and make sure you've subscribed. Now we move into June 2024, so June last year, and look at Jasper just laying there in Mum's lap as she snoozes, and he just rests. So it's obvious now in June that he is really moving into that 6.5 to 7 months old. Now we're in late July. Look at how much he's grown. He's now above his mum, holding onto a branch on his own and doing his best to rip some chunks out of that leaf and munch his way through them. He got one there too. July, so that means he is now a good 8 months old. Just look at him sitting back and hoeing into those leaves. Do you say hoeing into? That's maybe a bit of Aussie slang, but this little Jasper is really moved in just 1 month from drinking a lot of milk and nibbling little bits of leaf to drinking some milk and eating quite a lot of leaf. Even though he's eating well, he's still quite dependent on Mum, and you can see after a bit of a meal he's climbed back into Mum's lap and is still trying to have a bit of a munch with her, but still spends most of his time holding on to his mum. Now we move into August of 2024, when Jasper is moving up towards the 9 months old, and when he starts climbing in a moment, you'll see how far above Onyx he was sitting. So he's becoming more confident, more independent, moving about in the trees on his own more and more, and still coming back to Mum most of the time, but he is just doing so much more already. And he's getting quite a bit bigger as well. And just one more little step down, and there's Mum just below him. She was having a nice nap while he was away. Now it's September. That means Jasper is around 10 months old, so he's gaining more and more independence every month now. Joeys usually stay with their mum and usually drink milk till they're at least 12 months old. If they're not growing so fast, they might drink a little bit of milk into that 13th month. But you can see, again, he's grown a lot in size. He's a lot more confident in being able to eat without needing to sit in mum's lap. But he's still sticking pretty close to mum because he does still need her. When you look at him, when I zoom out a little bit, he looks like he has put a lot of weight on and is a similar size to mum. But when we look at them sitting directly together with him in mum's lap, you can see that actually she is still probably twice as big as he is. I would guess that Onyx is around 7 to 7.5 kilos in weight, and he's looking like he would be close to 3 kilos, which is actually a size that will trigger to mum that he is getting big enough to be able to be on his own. Having said that about his size, we now move into October. This means Jasper is around 11 months old, and even though he is big enough to be away from mum, he wouldn't be quite, I'm not sure, emotionally, intellectually mature enough to just cope on his own. But it's in October, or late September, early October, that mum was mated again. So, talk about cutting things fine. This was one of the days when Valentine and Onyx were in a tree separate from this pink bloodwood that Jasper is sitting in. They weren't very far away. So Onyx obviously left Jasper, went to Valentine, I presume was mated. She's come back into the tree, and Jasper comes down and says, "Oh, Mum, I really, really, really need a drink of milk." She's not sure she's ready to take on her mother duties yet again. Not straight away, I mean, goodness me. It's the morning after the night before, after all, but he does talk her into it because he is still a baby. He is still only around 11 months old and needs his mum. So even though she tries to ignore him a little bit, he does convince her, and as you can see, he's able to get in and get a drink of milk. You see his little strategy then of, I'll pretend to be going away so she relaxes. And what he's doing there is he's leaning over her leg and he's looking for the opening to the pouch, and he's finding it there. And you'll see her kind of twitch and jerk a little bit because I hope he's not using his teeth. And he's now getting a drink of milk. You can see by the head movements he's doing that he's now suckling. By November, Onyx had said enough is enough and had separated by Jasper. And that's because she will have given birth now. You can see that he's a really good size. His cecum is huge. You can see that pot belly. And there he goes, high up into the trees. He's always physically coped really well with all of this. He is just turning 12 months old after all. But I think emotionally and intellectually, he needed his mum a bit longer. And we all remember this. The 1st of January. 2025, New Year's Day, and I came along to find Onyx and Jasper wrestling up in the tree as she is obviously telling him, you have to stop, you have to work your stuff out on your own because I'm already feeding another Joey in pouch and I can't do all of this. Koala behaviour is so very fascinating. I do just love it. Now in March we can see that we haven't had any more tussles between Jasper and Onyx since New Year's Day, and it stays up in the very tops of the trees. I do notice that he still shadows Onyx to a degree. They're not in the same trees, but he does kind of seem to move around in such a way that he is kind of always aware of where she is. And here we go, May this year, there he is up in the treetops, blowing about in the trees. I think he's got his emotional maturity has kind of kicked in, and he is doing more than okay. I wonder if he's seen that new Joey yet, but you've done it. You've made it to the end of another Koala Gardens video. So would you write in the comments below, Jasper grew up so fast? Thank you so much for watching. There's loads more fantastic video coming your way soon. Another way that you can support what I'm doing here is by checking out my Redbubble shop anytime you're looking for anything. A pair of socks, a hoodie, a new phone cover. There's something there for everyone.